Today I'm at St Bees Head in West Cumbria, where these incredible red sandstone cliffs have stood for 200 million years. These cliffs are home to one of England's biggest colonies of nesting seabirds, and it's also an RSPB nature reserve. You can see behind me there are thousands of razorbills and guillemots circling around the head here, and they nest here from May to July and then spend the rest of the winter out at sea. They feed on fish and crustaceans, and they rely heavily on the fish stocks here to be healthy. So the health of the ocean massively affects the health of these birds. They're also affected by things like plastic pollution and fishing gear. Guillemots are members of the auk family, who are particularly vulnerable to oil spills. They regularly dive to 30 metres to catch their food and have been recorded as deep as 100 metres underwater. These rocks have been sculpted over millions of years by the waves here crashing onto the shore. The coast path here winds its way right along the edge of the cliff, so you can get a fantastic view of the birds nesting below. There are 6 types of gull commonly found in the UK. At St Bees, the herring gull and the much smaller kittiwake are the most numerous. This is a site of special scientific interest and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. You can see why. The coast path allows amazing access to see these birds. However, even better access is from the water at St Bees by stand-up paddleboard. Right around the corner from the beach, the red cliffs rise dramatically, and you can start to see the first of the nesting sites. Just about 30 metres away here on my right is a group of cormorants. Now cormorants are massive birds, and you'll often see them standing on rocks with their wings outstretched, drying themselves. They look quite prehistoric. They look a bit like dinosaurs. And there are about 9,000 nesting pairs here in the UK, and about 200 of them are here on the cliffs at St Bees. Guillemots are much smaller, weighing around 1 kilogram. There are over 10,000 individuals on the ledges here, and St Bees has England's only breeding black guillemots. Females lay a single egg, and at 3 weeks old, the chick leaves its perilous cliff-top ledge for its first plunge into the sea with its father, who keeps it safe until it can fend for itself. Paddling here amongst all these birds, thousands of birds flying around me and on the water next to me has been one of the most amazing experiences. We're so lucky to have seabirds nesting on our cliffs here in the UK, especially here in St Bees. This is one of the biggest seabird colonies in the northwest, and you don't have to be on the water to enjoy it. You can also walk along the coast path right along the cliffs and see the same amount of birds, smell the same smells and hear the same sounds. These guys are, I don't know, being around them feels so wonderful. I feel like I've really topped up my nature batteries, like I've really recharged, and my cheeks are hurting from grinning so much. I know that this grin is going to persist for the next few days now. These guys are also threatened by quite a few human-made problems. So plastic pollution for a starter, both from ingesting fish which have plastic in their stomachs, which the birds then ingest, and also getting entangled in fishing nets. So we can all help alleviate that problem. We can learn more about the plastic pollution problem. We can choose to use less plastic and dispose of the plastic that we do use in a correct manner. They're also, obviously these guys eat fish, that's their main food source, so overfishing is a huge problem for them. So making sure that we source our fish sustainably and eat a little bit less fish so that there's more fish in the ocean for these guys here that really need it is a great way that we can protect them. This nature reserve here, this nature reserve at St Bees Head, is managed by the RSPB. So supporting the RSPB's work is a great way to look after these guys too. I wish you could smell these smells and hear these sounds in person, but I hope that you get a chance to come here someday too. It's honestly just amazing being amongst such raw nature and being silent on the water so that these animals can be here in peace as well. Oh, goodness me, I'm going to be smiling for days.
Moving with the tide further north, around from St Bees Head, the dramatic cliffs drop back down in height towards the coastal town of Whitehaven. Remember, if you're heading out onto the water, always check the wind, swell and tide forecasts carefully. Take someone with you and some means of contacting someone on land in case of emergency.
Although St Bees has a really high concentration of seabirds, you can find them all around the coast in the UK, particularly in Scotland. So wherever you live, wherever you go to the sea, keep an eye out for these amazing birds, which hopefully make your day as much as they've made mine.
To find out more about these wonderful birds and their home here at St Bees, head over to the RSPB website.